Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 38 of the regular season. Rangers win 3-2 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, two things can be true at once. I'm happy we won. We also did not look particularly good. And hey, going into tonight's matchup, three pieces of the Rangers come back off the COVID list. Gerard Gallant, Julien Gauthier, and Ryan Reeves. I'm extremely happy to have those three pieces back. I've kind of always sung the praises of Julien Gauthier since I've made these videos, saying that he's kind of underrated and he's always playing hard, and that's nice to have. Ryan Reeves, who is a very nice physical presence, and Gerard Gallant, obviously our head coach being back, tends to help. And for the first 10 minutes, man, the Rangers were flying all over the ice. I want to say at about the 11-minute mark, the Rangers had 16 shot attempts and the Flyers had 1. For a while, it looked like this was all Rangers, and then it just kind of stopped being that. But before we got to the 10-minute mark, something happened for the Rangers. So, Claude Giroux takes a hook and call against Kevin Rooney. After it was cleared, the Rangers carry back in. I believe it was Ryan Strome, hands it to Artemi Panarin. He gives it to Fox on this weird little pass. It was weird. It wasn't a particularly good pass, but it was kind of knocked away by a defender. It still gets to Adam Fox. He feeds Mika Zibanejad a beautiful one-timer, and wow, what a goal. I mean, Mika hammered that home to make it 1-0. A beaut by Mika Zibanejad, who, man, he's back, and if he has the one-timer back, whoo, boy, it's going to be fun the rest of the way. Seriously, when was the last one-timer by Mika that looked that good? It's been the hottest of minutes. A beaut by Mika to put the Rangers up 1-0 off a power play. However, not that long afterwards, the Flyers get it back and tie it at 1 apiece. There's a turnover between Strome and Hedl in the neutral zone. Almost, I want to say it was perfectly at center ice, actually. And then it's a 3-on-2 coming back into our zone. It's Lofton, Konecny, and Lindblom in that order, left to right to left, against Nemeth and Brendan Schneider. And it was a bad turnover by the offense. Nemeth was a little bit out of place, but I'm not honestly going to be that upset with him because he was trying to take away the pass. He just quite couldn't. Lofton passes it over to Konecny. He puts a shot on net. It stopped, but then the rebound is put in by Lindblom. Man, I'm not going to be hard on us for this one. The defense did their very best. Shesterkin did everything he could. This was just a bad turnover by Strome and Hedl. Hedl, who also had a very unlucky bounce in this game and would actually score a goal later on, but if he hadn't scored a goal, people would be trying to murder Hedl after this game because this was a rough turnover to make it 1-1. And that pretty much is it for the first period. Not a lot else happens. The second period is sort of the same. It's back and forth. The Rangers seem like they're controlling play pretty well. And then the third period happens. And for a while, you're like, man, the Flyers are definitely out shooting and outplaying the Rangers in this third period. And then it's played into our zone. It's stopped by Shesterkin. Adam Fox tries to clear. And, I mean, it was a beautiful feed by Adam Fox to Cam York. It's just a shame that Cam York isn't on the Rangers. He has a slapper that was a thing of beauty, and it's 2-1 Flyers. And at that point, it had been so long since the score, you're thinking to yourself, man, whoever scores next, that's it. That's going to be the game ender. The next goal is going to be, that's it. This happens, you're like, well, nuts. That really sucks. And then less than 50 seconds later, Ryan Lindgren has the puck in our defensive zone. He plays it to the offensive blue line for the Rangers where Fox has it. And Fox, who does not get an assist for this play, and it is a damn shame too because he had probably the best pass on it, a perfect touch pass to Ryan Strome. He gives it to Artemi Panarin on the other side of the ice, and he plays it beautifully in front for Filip Hedl, who scores to tie it at 2 apiece. This passing sequence was a thing of beauty. And man, Adam Fox, I know that's not how it works. I know he doesn't get an assist for that, but boy, oh boy, this play really starts with his gorgeous play to Ryan Strome. Mwah, beautiful. 2-2. There's 7 to play now. Rangers have it in the offensive zone. They're passing it around. Kakko has it behind the net, passes out. Mika fakes that he's going for it and instead lets it fall to Adam Fox. And timeout, I'm going to talk about this for a second. The way that the entirety of the New York Rangers trust Adam Fox to be the quarterback on pretty much any time he's on the ice is fantastic. Mika Zibanejad, veteran of the league and with the New York Rangers, certainly. Guy that most people think probably should have been named captain in the past few seasons. I agree with it. At this point, maybe Kreider, but I'm not going to argue Mika. He's a longtime veteran in this team, and without hesitation, instead of taking the puck and trying to put on shot on net himself, he's like, no, I'm going to let it go to Adam Fox. Young kid, only his third year in the league. Fox takes it. He puts a shot on towards the net. I'm not sure that it was intended to go towards the net because Kreider tips it on in. The tip king himself. Rangers take a 3-2 lead. Kreider's 24th of the year, by the way. He's going to hit 30 before 50 games, which is something I did not think I would say. But again, I can't stress it enough. Team chemistry obviously is a very important thing to have, and there's no statistic to track it. But a play like this where, without even looking over the shoulder, Mika just knows that Fox is going to be there to get the puck. It's a beautiful thing when it goes well for your team. And our chemistry is clicking right now. Again, Rangers take a 3-2 lead with under 7 to play. And that was about it. Round 230, Flyers pulled their goaltender. Rangers again couldn't get an empty netter. But hey, it's okay. The Rangers win. Sort of a close game. All right, now let's talk about it a little bit. I'm happy the Rangers won. Did we play great? Or even good enough to win against most teams? Maybe not. I'm not going to be upset over a win, though. I'd much rather a win like this, where there's some clear issues, than a loss to a team like the Flyers, who are pretty low in the standings. If you're going to lose a game with correctable mistakes, do it to an actual competitor so you're not gut-wrenched that you lost those 2 points. Teams like this, you can be like, yeah, okay, we made some mistakes and we need to correct those things, but at least we still were able to get the 2 points and understand we need to fix some things. This may come to a bit of a surprise because he only allowed 2 goals on 28 shots. Shesterkin to me was he was fine this evening. He didn't have any absurd saves. He was fine. One of those goals was fluky. The other one cannot happen. I mean, it was a pretty wide open look on or for Shesterkin. I was kind of upset that was a goal. But I mean, he was fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He's been insane for 2 of the last 3 games. I want to say he stopped 75 consecutive shots or 76, something around those lines. Like, I'm not going to be upset that he allowed 2 goals and didn't look particularly fantastic. It's fine. He's okay, but I don't know. It wasn't an insane performance that I'm sort of holding into the standard to this season. The defense was okay-ish. I didn't think the Flyers had a ton of super high danger shots, but still was sort of unimpressive on some times. There were a few moments where you would have liked it to be better. Again, Adam Fox, oddly enough, being the one to cough it up directly to Cam York was very surprising. And the offense was a little bit underwhelming for a while. Really up until the halfway point of the third period. From the first goal to 10 gone in the third, we looked meh. We were just not great. But finding ways to win is a positive. And the Rangers, in a game where it looked like we were going to lose for a hot second there, or at the very least might have to deal with it overtime, found a way to win in regulation. And isn't that enough? As for who I thought was good, I mean, Mika Zibanejad, shocker, I thought had another really good game. 5 shots and a goal tonight for him, not too shabby. Chris Kreider had another goal because that's just Kreider now. I believe his career high for a season is 27, and he's at 24. We're not at the 40-game mark yet, guys. He could hit 50. He could have 50 goals this year. That's insane. Who saw that coming? Panarin had a couple of assists, and Fox had a couple of assists, and so I'd almost say Fox had a really good night, other than the, cough up on the 1 goal. But it's okay. The Rangers get a win. We get 2 more points. We maintain our place in the standings. We actually retake first in the Metro. So it's a good night. I'm happy. Let's just leave it at that. Few days off. We play again the 19th. We're back in MSG, finally, hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I'll be back after that game. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.